Animal Kingdom. Animal kingdom is characterized by the multicellular eukaryotic animal forms. The need for classification becomes important as over a million species of the animals have been described till now. The classification also helps in assigning a systematic position to newly described species. Then we have the basis of classification. They are the multi basis of classification. There are some fundamental features common to various individuals in relation to the arrangement of cells, body symmetry, body chemistry, nature of coelom, patterns of digestive, circulatory, and reproductive systems. The animal kingdom includes eukaryotic and multicellular organisms. Classification of any animal kingdom into several phyla is according to some basic features such as level of organization. Four levels of organization are found in animals: cellular level, tissue level, organ level, and the organ system level. Cellular levels are arranged as the loose cell aggregates. Level, tissue level, and the organ level, the organ system level. Loose cell aggregates, example sponges. Tissue are the cells performing the same function are arranged into tissues, example coelenterate. The tissue are grouped together to form organs, each specialized for the particular function, example platyhelminthes. In the organ system level, isolated to form functional system, each system concerned with a specific physiological function, example Eschelminthes to Cordes. Organ system in different groups of animals exhibit various patterns of the complexities. For example, the digestive system in the platyhelminthes has only a single opening to the outside of the body that serves as a both mouth and anus and hence is called incomplete. A complete digestive system has two openings, and it is the mouth and the anus. Similarly, the circulatory system is maybe of two types. That is the open and then the closed. The blood is pumped out of the heart and the cells and tissues are directly bathed in it. In the closed, the blood circulated through a vessel or the series of vessels of varying diameters. Arteries, veins, and capillaries. Then the body symmetry. Animals can also be categorized on the basis of the symmetry. Body symmetry is the Similarity of the parts in different regions and directions of the body. It can be following types, that is the asymmetry, radial symmetry, and the bilateral. Any plane that passes through the center does not divide the organism into equal halves. Body divisible into equal halves by any plane passing through center. From top to bottom. Example sponges, cnidarians. Echinoderms. Bilateral body having paired organs present on two sides of central axis divided into two halves by single plane only. Then the diploblastic and the triploblastic organisms. Animals in which the cells are arranged in the two embryonic layers, an external ectoderm and an internal endoderm, are called the diploblastic organisms. The cells are arranged in two embryonic layers, external ectoderm and internal endoderm are called the diploblastic. Example coelentrates. And an undifferentiated layer called the mesoglea is present in between the ectoderm. And the between mesoglea is present. It is an undifferentiated layer. And the animals in which the developing embryo has a third germinal layer. That is a mesoderm in between ectoderm and endoderm. Are called the triploblastic. Example platyhelminthes to cordes. Coelom. Presence or absence of a cavity between the body wall and the gut wall is very important in classification. The body cavity, which is lined by mesoderm, is called the coelom. Presence of or absence of a cavity. The animals in which the body cavity is absent are called the coelomates. Example: platyhelminthes. Animals possessing coelom are called the coelomates. Example: annelids, mollusks. Mollusks, arthropods, echinoderms. Hemichordates and in some animals, the body cavity is not lined by mesoderm. Instead, the mesoderm is present as scattered pouches in between the ectoderm and the endoderm. Such a body cavity is called the pseudocoelom, and the animals possessing them are called the pseudocoelomates. Example: Escherichia. In this, the mesoderm is present in pouches. In pouches, and example: Escherichia. Segmentation. In some animals, the body is externally and internally divided into segments. The body, yeah, which is a serial repetition of at least some organs. For example, in earthworm, the body shows this pattern called the metameric segmentation. And the phenomenon is known as the metamerism. Metamerism helps in development of the specialized organs. Example: annelids. False segmentation or pseudo-metamerism occurs through budding in tapeworms. In them, body is divided into many segments known as proglodids. Metamerism results in the separation of mesoderm into segmented blocks of muscles. In annelids, there are the both external and the internal segmentation. Arthropods show only external segmentation. In chordates, only internal segmentation is present. Notochord is mesodermally derived rod-like structure. Mesodermally derived rod-like structure, which is formed on the dorsal side during embryonic development in some animals. Animals with notochord or the chordates, and those who do not form this structure are called the non-chordates. Non-chordates. Non. They are porifera to echinoderms. Then we have the classification of animals. The phylum Porifera. These are the characteristic features of the different phyla under non-chordates. Members of this phylum are commonly known as sponges, which are referred to as the pore bearers. Sponges, pore bearers, and they are generally marine and mostly asymmetrical animals. These are primitive multicellular animals and have cellular level of organization. Sponges have a water transport or the canal system. Water enters through minute pore, that is the ostia. Minute. In the body wall into a central cavity, spongiocele. Central cavity, spongiocele. From where it goes out through the osculum. Out through osculum. Okay, this path of water transport is helpful in the food gathering, respiratory exchange, and removal of the waste. Choanocytes or the collar cell line the spongiocele and the canals. Or collar cells line the spongiocele and the canals. Digestion is the intracellular, the body supported by a skeleton made up of spicules or the spongin fibers. Spicules or spongin fibers. Sexes are not separate, it is a hermaphrodite. That is, eggs and sperms are produced by the same individual. Same sexes present in one body. Sponges reproduce asexually by fragmentation and sexually by formation of the gametes. Fertilization is internal and development is indirect, having a larval stage which is morphologically distinct from the adult, including free swimming amphiblastula. That is in Sycon. And the parenchyma in Leucosolenia. Fertilization is internal and development is indirect, having a larval stage which is morphologically distinct from the adult, including free swimming. Amphiblastula and the parenchyma larvae. Example: Sycon, the Scypha, and the Spongula. Freshwater sponge and Euspongia. Bait sponge. The next is we have the phylum Coelenterata, which is also known as the Cnidaria. They're aquatic, mostly marine, except a few like Hydra are the freshwater sessile, free-swimming, radially symmetrical animals. The name Cnidaria is derived from the cnidoblasts or the cnidocytes, which contain the stinging capsules or the nematocytes. Nematocysts present on the tentacles of the body. Cnidoblasts are present in epidermis and are used for anchorage, defense, and for the capture of prey. encourage defense and capture of prey. These are also aquatic, marine, except hydra. Nematocysts also contain a poisonous substance called the hypnotoxin. Body wall comprises of the outer epidermis, inner gastrodermis, and non-cellular gelatinous mesoglea between the two layers. Cnidarians exhibit tissue-level organization and a diploblastic statocystis sense organ for balance is developed for the first time in Cnidaria. Statocyst organ for balance. They have central gastrovascular cavity with a single opening mouth on the hypostome. Digestion is both extracellular and the intracellular. Some of the cnidarians, example corals or the corals, have skeleton composed of calcium carbonate. Cnidarians exhibit two basic body forms called the polyp and medusa. The former is a sessile and cylindrical form like Hydra dempsea. It is a sessile and cylindrical form. Okay, whereas the latter is umbrella shaped and free swimming. And free swimming like Aurelia or jellyfish. Those cnidarians which exhibit in both forms exhibit alternation of generation, that is a metagenesis. That is polyps produce medusa asexually and medusa form polyps sexually. Polyps produce medusa asexually and medusa form polyps sexually. Example Obelia. Example Physalia dempsea. Physalia Adamsia pinnatula, Gorgonia, and the Meandrina. This is the Portuguese man of war, sea anemone, sea pen, sea fan, and the brain coral. Meandrina. These are the examples.